Well, guys, I got a few projects here that I want to show you guys that I'm working on in the future. Well, mostly right now, but some will be, over the next few weeks to a month or so. Basically, let's first start out, I guess we'll get this radiator out of the way here. This is a radiator that I received from a guy on YouTube, Reaper vs. Tytree. I think it was Reaper, I believe, that gave this to me. Very nice guys, really cool channel, go check it out, Reaper vs. Tytree, all kinds of computer stuff. But this is a Black Ice GTS 240, I believe it's called, and very nice radiator. I really haven't figured out what I'm all going to use it for yet, but what I want to do is I want to paint it, because, just to paint it, just to be different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask everything off here. I got the barbs taken off, and or the fittings, I should say. They're not barbs, they're compression fittings. And I'm going to tape all this middle section off, leave that black, and we're going to paint we're going to sand all the outside down, paint it different color. I'm not sure what color we're going to paint it. Then moving on, this goes into now the next tech station that I'm going to build. I really need a name for the next tech station, preferably something that has to do with the first, because this is going to be the first real tech station that I'm going to build to sell. The one that I just got done building was a prototype, mainly built for myself, just to get myself into, what I can do. But the next one will be all wood. It'll be, if you guys know who Cyber Druid is, it's going to be kind of like a Cyber Druid style, but not as crazy. And I really don't want to steal any ideas from him, because a lot of his ideas are pretty much original ideas that he came up with. So I really don't want to steal any ideas from him. I'm actually going to talk to him about a few things too. Basically, these are some right angle pieces. I got short ones, long ones for making brackets, etc. Whatever I might need. And then here, I'm probably going to use this piece here. This will be used for the PCI card bracket. And I really want to try to make another type design for securing the cards. I really don't want to use Cyber Druid's idea. Not that it's not a good idea, it's an amazing idea. But I don't want to copy him, I guess if I talk to him and I work something out with him and he doesn't mind me using something similar to what he does, then I'll go with that. But I got a few pieces here, depending on the lengths. I need to pull the motherboard tray out of my stacker, because I want to take some measurements on that. Then next up, we'll look at my NZXT Sentry fan controller. I just cleaned it up with some air duster. It's very clean now. A little residual dust there, but not a big deal. What I want to do on this, I really would like to sleeve all these fan cables, but with the connector on here, I don't think that's going to be possible unless I somehow stretch it over there, and then I don't know how I'm going to get the heat shrink on there. But what I will do, at least, is sleeve this power cable here. I'd like to sleeve it all the way up. It's going to be a two-part job, because I'm going to sleeve between here and here, and then another one going down here into the unit. So that's really not going to be too big of a deal. So let's get that out of the way, because I'm going to need it out of the way anyway. Then we have, these are some power cables. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I just grabbed them. Then we have a bunch of switches and stuff here. I need to pull the blocks off of these here. And what I'm going to do, I actually have two projects that I'm doing as far as this wiring and stuff goes. Got my little soldering iron over there. Now, I've never soldered anything, okay? So there's a guy who said I'm going to be really good, and I'm sure you've soldered a bunch of stuff. I've never soldered anything. Oh, yeah, I want to sleeve this fan here. This is a 60, I believe, by 25 CPU fan, but I use it as like a chipset Northbridge RAM cooler, whatever. This is like my favorite fan right here, because it's small, but it's wide, so it doesn't have as much of like a dead space. It's kind of like a 120 by 38 fan compared to 120 by 25 fan. Anyway, but yeah, I want to sleeve this one, make it look nice, integrate it into the tech station somehow. I got some stuff here. I got a bunch of sleeving and what's left of my heat shrink tubing. I hope I have enough to do at least one of these. But we have all switches here. Just generic switches out of cases. Got just a bare wire there. I got some LEDs, some more switches. I got the red LED I need to send to the guy on overclock.net. And these are all LEDs here, different colors. I also have some bare LEDs that I got from my uncle. But what I'm going to do is, if you look at the HSPC tech station, I believe that's what it is, they use, instead of having what I was going to do and run the wires all the way underneath the bottom and then to a panel, I'm going to make a little short, like 1-inch stubby little LEDs and power switch and reset switch so that you can just stick them in the motherboard, you know, in the open tech station. That's going to be made for the next tech station I sell. I'm going to make them all real nice, and if I can, I'm going to try to sleeve just a little bit of wire that's showing. And the other cool thing that I just thought of before I made this video while I was thinking about how I'm going to do it, I have all these extra, which I still have more to take off, all these extra little blocks here, I don't know what you call these, and these made up to the connector on the motherboard. Well, I found one that will fit on my BioStar, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like an Asus Q connector, but all the things will be integrated. I'm going to use the little short LEDs and the little short power and reset buttons. I mean, even though I have them on my board, it's just kind of nice to do this. And I'm going to put them all on one type brick so that I can just, like an Asus Q connector, instead of having to plug things in and then plug this in, I'm going to match them all up to the ones on the motherboard, since mine's not the way an Asus is. Then I can just plug this one block in there, and you know, I'll have my lights flashing, you know, and my power LED, which really is not needed, I guess, because I know if my computer's working or not. But it's just kind of a cool little project I'm going to do. So that is about it, guys. I'm going to get started on stripping some of these wires down and looking through some stuff, and I will be back here real soon, and I will show you guys some progress on these individual projects. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope I didn't make this too long and bore you. I will see you guys real soon.